SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family. S is for students, F for families too. U is for united, talking about me and you. S for solidarity, D is for diversity. SFUSD.
Hola, científicos. How are you? Ooh, that's great. A lot of you are doing well. I'm also doing well. I've been loving our week of learning things about animals, and we're going to answer really interesting questions tomorrow. I was thinking I could introduce it today, and then we could review some scientific concepts that we had learned before. Does that sound good to you? Great. Well, I'm going to read the question that I received in Spanish and then translate it. It's also from the same scientist from Monday and Tuesday's question. It is, quiero saber si los pingüinos tienen comida. ¿Tienen agua? ¿Cómo? Donde ellos viven cae hielo. Por eso quiero saber. That means, I want to know if penguins have food. Do they have water? How is that? It snows where they live, and that's why I want to know. Scientists, I don't know about you, but I heard 3 questions there. What do penguins eat? Do they have water? And the last one I had to think about, but I think they're asking how their habitat meets their needs. These are really good. Oh, wait a minute. Some scientists said that they want to review what a habitat is and what it does. Thanks for stopping me, científicos. Maybe we should review habitats. Before we do that, though, let's write down our 3 questions. I want to have them jotted down before tomorrow. I'm going to write, what do penguins eat? Do they have water? And how is that? You can follow along with me in your science notebook. So from the Bryant Elementary Scientist, what do penguins eat? Do they have water? And how? How do they eat and how do they get water? Okay. I wrote mine down, and we're going to play a video clip from a lesson conclusion in February. I think you might remember it. So today we added oak woodlands. They have coast live oak, which provide food for animals. Ohlone people use them to meet their needs. Sharks get plenty of food here. Oh, we moved on to Pacific Ocean. Sorry, scientists. Many animals live there because of the water. Okay, so what do you think, scientists? How do these notes from our work from Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday help us? How do habitats help living things meet their needs? Yes, many of the animals were able to eat other animals or plants in their habitats. They were able to get water from that. We saw that in the wetlands and the islands. Muy bien. Some were able to use defenses based on colors. Yes, and they were able to get clean air where they lived too. But what happens when your habitat doesn't meet your needs? Think of the monarchs. Eso, yes, that. You can move to a new habitat or migrate. What else can you do? Think about our interview with the scientist Isaiah. Yes, the habitat can be modified, or if they need it, they can be restored. It sounds like we have made conclusions. Let's write it down. We need to write today's date, page number, and our title, Habitat Conclusion. Let's get started. I don't think it's the 26th. Oh, I could just close it. There we go. February 26th, 2021. All right, bueno, let's answer our question. So we said habitats provide living things with food, water, air, and sometimes defenses. Let's write that. Habitats provide for living things with air, water, food, and sometimes defenses. Great job. And if they don't, living things can migrate to a new habitat or change their habitats. We should write that conclusion too. All right, scientists, did you realize that everything we learned this month about living things set us up for this conclusion? Some of you did make that connection. Did you see the clip? Did you remember when we learned that in February? Whew, me too. That month, we learned all about the needs of living things. I figured this information would be helpful for us. It's helping me decide what I should research about penguins. So I need to research what they eat, how they drink water, and how their habitat provides those two things for them. I have a lot of research to do. Are you excited to learn more about penguins? That's great. I think they're really cute animals, so this should be extra fun. Well, our time is up for today. I'm glad we reviewed this together, and I can't wait to learn again with you tomorrow.
Hello, friends. Mr. Ryther here. Do you have a favorite kind of animal? Do you know where they live? Different animals live in different habitats. Some live in oceans, some live in deserts, some live in forests. Some animals have become endangered because their habitats are disappearing. This provides us all an opportunity to be heroes to these animals by learning everything we can about the animal and taking action to protect their habitats, to protect their homes. Today's song is called Animal Homes, and joining me on today's song are Aiden Lewis and BZ Lewis. Imagine you were a rabbit hopping through the world. The fox comes, you have a habit of diving in your burrow. 'Cause everybody needs a place to hide when danger comes around. And for the rabbit, it's a burrow underground. Imagine you were a lion hunting on the plains. Storm clouds on the horizon, you need shelter when it rains. 'Cause everybody needs a place to go when the storms rage once again. And for the lion, that place is their den. We were all heroes protecting habitats. Animals safe in their homes. Can you picture that? 'Cause everybody needs a place to go that they can call their own. Everybody, every living creature needs a home. Every living creature needs a Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, BZ, for joining me on that song. And my friends watching at home, what can you do to learn more about your favorite animal? And what actions can you take to protect their habitat?
Hey, my name is Sumaya, and this is my awesome family! everybody.
So Maya, can you tell the people at home what we've been doing while we've been home together so much?
We've been playing music and dancing. Hit it!
And because our family is from West Africa and South Asia, we are also playing this awesome djembe and doing music from Mr. Bongo's home country of Guinea. What have you been doing at home while you've been with your family?
Oh, hi, friends. It's me, Miss Nikki. Friends, how do you always know the right time to come visit me? Guess what I was about to do? Yep, I was about to read a book. Well, since you're here, let's read the book together. The book I was going to read, the book that you and I are now going to read, is called Bintu's Braids. And Bintu's Braids is written by Sylviane Diop, and all the pictures or illustrations are done by Shane W. Evans. Before I read, friends, we have to thank our friends at Chronicle Books for sharing with us such wonderful stories from all over the world. Let's see what this story is about. Bintu's Braids. I think this is Bintu. My name is Bintu, and I want braids. My hair is short and fuzzy. My hair is plain and silly. All I have is 4 little tufts on my head. See her tufts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes we call those Afro puffs, or sometimes we even call them Bintu knots. I wonder if Bintu knots are named after Bintu. Sometimes I dream the little birds make their nest in my hair. It would be such a nice place for babies to rest. There they would sleep and they would sing, but most of the time I dream of braids, long braids with gold coins and seashells. My sister Fatu has braids and she looks pretty. When she bends over me, the beads in her braids touch my cheek. She asks, "Bintu, why are you crying?" I say, "I want to be pretty like you." She says, "Little girls can't have braids. Tomorrow I'll cornrow your hair." That's all I ever get, cornrows. I think Bintu wants long braids that move and shake with the wind. But cornrows are types of braids too. They're just on your scalp and go back across your head. This morning, Grandma Suki is coming to our village for the baptism of my baby brother, who is 8 days old. Mommy has sent me to meet her. Here she is now in her blue gown. Grandma Suki knows everything. That's what my mother says. She says old people know so much because they have lived such a long time and have learned more than anybody else. Since Grandma knows everything, I ask her why little girls can't have braids. A long time ago, there was a young girl named Kumba who thought only about how pretty she was, she says while stroking my head. Everyone envied her, and Kumba became vain and selfish. It was then that the mothers decided that little girls would not be allowed to have braids, so that they could only make friends and play and learn. From then on, Kumba got cornrows. Grandma pulls gently on my ear and says, "Now, little Bintu, when you're older, it's fine to want to look your best and show everybody that you have become a young woman. But you are still just a girl. You will get braids when it's time." I understand that little girls in Bintu's land can't have braids, but that doesn't mean they can't look their best, right? When I sleep at night, I dream that I'm old. I dream that I'm 16 and I have braids with gold coins and seashells. And when I turn my head, the sun follows me. I shine like a queen. When I wake up, I look into the mirror, but I am still Bintu with 4 little tufts on my head. This is her when she's dreaming of being 16. And this is her now, still Bintu with 4 little tufts on her head. I don't know about you, I think the tufts look really pretty. Today, our yard is full of people in their best clothes. Earlier, Aunt Safai shaved my baby brother's head, and now she holds him for all to see. Daddy whispers the name he and Mommy have chosen to Serenge Masur, the elder who leads the prayer. Serenge Masur murmurs a short prayer in the baby's ears, and then he says aloud, "His name is Abdu." Now we can eat and have fun. Huge platters of lamb and rice appear. I look for the fish balls and hot sauce that burn my tongue. I eat sugary fritters and papayas. I love fish, and I love papayas, and I love anything with sugar. I watch the women from behind the mango tree. My sister Fatu is there. She has put perfumed oil on her scalp between her braids to make it shine. And also, she says, so that the skin pulled so tight hurts less. Mommy's friends have braids with gold coins on their forehead. They say it is to show the children how the great-grandmothers we never knew wore their hair. It took 3 days to finish Aunt Ada's braids. There are so many that even my older sister Maddie could not count them. Look at all those braids. Have you seen people with lots of braids like that? Have you gotten your hair braided with lots of braids like that? It takes a long time, and it's a lot of braids. So many braids that even her sister Maddie couldn't count. And so many braids that even when I have my hair braided, I can't count. Mariama, who studies in the city, and her friend have braids that reach down to their waist. Her friend is not from here. I can tell because she talks with an accent. When I gave her papaya, she said, "I'm Terry, and I come from America." I asked if the little girls there have braids. Many do, and they put colorful barrettes on each braid. Hey, Terry lives in America just like us. And I've seen lots of girls, young girls, with beautiful braids. They must look pretty, Bintu says, the girls who live in that country. The women laugh and shake their heads, and the beads on their braids sound like rain. All I have is 4 little tufts on my head, and I am so sad. I'm thinking to myself, why are you so sad, Bintu? You look pretty just the way you are. But I also understand when sometimes you want something different. I walk to the beach like I always do when I want to be alone. It is so quiet. I only hear the waves, the wind in the palm trees, and the birds. And then screams. Uh-oh, there's screams. When I look up, I see 2 boys waving and shouting. Their canoe is sinking. I have to get fishermen. Quick, quick. The path to the village is wide and easy, but it will be faster if I take the shortcut through the bush. Nobody uses it because there are long thorns and sharp stones. I run and jump as fast as I can. "Boba and Yaya are drowning," I cry when I reach the clearing. The fishermen rush past me and push a canoe to the water. Their paddles move fast, fast, fast. They throw a rope to the boys and they pull them in. Whew, that was close. Back in the village, everyone gathers around me. Aunt Alimoto, Boba and Yaya's mother, brings me biscuits. Mommy says, "You are a smart little girl. If you had taken the good path, you would have arrived too late. You have saved these boys' lives. We shall reward you. Tell us what you would like, Bintu." Her mother says, "Tell us what you would like, Bintu." Now you've gotten to know Bintu just like I've gotten to know Bintu. What do you think she'll ask for? Let's see. "Before I can speak," says Bintu, Fatu says, "She wants braids." Mommy runs her fingers through my hair, where only 2 tuft remains. The thread around the others broke when I ran through the bush. "You want braids?" said my mother. Well then. What do you think, friends? Remember, in Bintu's culture, little girls can't have braids until they're much older. Remember that Bintu's been dreaming about braids for a long time. And now she gets a chance to ask for what she wants when her mom says, I'm going to reward you. Her mom says, tell us what you like, Bintu. Will Bintu get braids? Or will she have to wait still a little bit longer till she's older? How about this? How about you come visit me again real soon, and together we'll find out what happens to Bintu. We'll find out if Bintu gets braids. Until then, friends, have a good one. Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Jyoti.
Hi everyone, and I am Mr. Bongo.
And we're from San Francisco Ballet's Dance in Schools and Communities program. And today we're going to learn about an animal. Let me see if you can guess what it is. It's a bird, but it can't fly. Did you guess penguin? Then you're right. Let's go. In honor of the penguin, I decided to dress like one. As you know, penguins are usually black and white. And what I learned about penguins when I was doing some research is the way that they move on land. Have you seen a penguin move on land? Yeah? You know how people usually walk opposite foot to arm like this? How do you walk? When I watch penguins walk, it looks like a waddle, doesn't it? And they seem to walk more same arm and foot, same arm and foot, and then they kind of wobble side to side. Can you show me your best penguin waddle? I'll show you mine. Hey, Mr. Bongo, it's not as easy as it looks to be a penguin. Woo! That's a wonderful waddle. Now, another thing I learned about penguins that I thought was really cool is that their flippers can move in opposite directions at the same time. I thought we could try it with our arms. So let's see. Let's try moving one arm in a circle going forward and one arm in a circle going backward. Can you do that? Can you switch? Can you waddle around and do it at the same time? Being a penguin sure is fun. Now, another thing I learned about penguins is they can swim 25 miles an hour. That's pretty fast. Can you swim fast? Show me how you swim. I swim like this. Sometimes I swim like this. But penguins, you know, they have a body like this. Whoosh! They can go through the water really, really fast. Much faster than I can. Now, once penguins are in the water, to get back onto the ice, they launch themselves. They can launch themselves 6 feet into the air. Can you launch with me? Ready? Go! Let's try that again. Ready? Go! Wonderful! Just like a penguin getting from the water up to the ice. Now, another thing you might know about penguins already is sometimes it's not very fast to waddle around from place to place. So what do? They slide on their bellies. Oh my goodness! I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna give it a penguin try. Are you ready? Mr. Bongo, don't laugh at me. Now get on your belly. Slide! Whoa! Whatever space you have, slide! Whoa! And slide! Woo! One more slide on your belly. Slide! Oh my goodness. Good. gonna brush off some of that snow and ice that I just slid on. How did your sliding go? Well, you know, one more cool thing that I learned about penguins I want to share with you is that after the mama penguins lay the egg, they go off into the water, and it's actually the male penguin that will come and sit on the egg and protect it till it hatches into a cute little baby penguin that's ready to waddle its way through life. Thank you so much for joining us today in this exploration of penguin movement, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad that every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is well.
Hello, I'm Superintendent Dr. Vincent Matthews of the San Francisco Unified School District. It made me so happy to spend time with you today. I hope you had fun too.
What did you make on the show today? Submit your content here using the QR code or go to bit.ly/SFUSD, yes, YES, and watch all of our episodes at sfusd.edu/SF-loves-learning.
And now it's time to say goodbye. So let's sing our goodbye song. For this song, you have to use your whole body. Will you sing it with me? Are you ready? Wave high, wave low. For now, it's time to go. Wave your elbows, wave your toes, wave your tongue, and wave your nose. Wave your knees, wave your lips. Blow a kiss with your fingertips. Wave your ears, wave your hair. Wave your belly and wave your derriere. Wave your chin, wave your eye. For now it's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a ti, 欢迎 SFUSD. Everyone come and see SFUSD. Join our family.